everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Art Mr. Malik. I'm your host, Mr. Malik. Thank you for joining me. So, what I have here are these two Rubik's Cube looking boxes, and I use these for color theory and deciding on what colors work well together when I'm painting and drawing and all that stuff. And it actually works out well because you don't really have to think too hard. You can use your color references to kind of come up with the colors for you, and then you just kind of color and paint your painting the way you want. So, you want to see what's inside the boxes? Come take a look with me. So one of the first things that you'll notice is that these boxes are just like regular boxes. But inside, what do we have? We have a bunch of cards, right, that are inside, and they're numbered, but they also give you cool color ideas that you can use to draw, paint, and design with. They give you a reference photo that tells you like how the colors work well together. They have the colors at the bottom, pretty much like laid out for you, and then on the back you can see that the cards have the colors with their numbers, so that if you go to the store or Home Depot or something like that, colors are actually cataloged by numbers, so you can actually decide on what number you want it to be very specific for this particular color. And then on this side, it's the same colors, but you also have the option of adding white or black to the color to see how it lightens up or darkens the color up to give it a different shade and tint, right? So again, you can use these cards to create whatever type of color patterns you want, and you have so many to choose from. Look at this, right? I mean, I think there are about 250 cards in here. And again, each of them has a different color pattern, a color design. Some of them are closed like these guys. This one is similar to that one, but has a little bit different colors, right? These have, they also notice that they have 5 colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now that's a 5 color palette, we call it. And again, you can do different colors depending on what your design is and what you're looking for. And these are really cool because they're also numbered, so you can remember the number if you want to go back to it. Right? Now they also break this down into warm colors and cool colors. Warm colors are like reds, yellows, and oranges. Cool colors are like blues, purples, and greens, right? So I believe this was the cool color box, and this is the warm color box, right? The other thing I like about this box is that it gives you an extra color to work with. So this one has 5 swatches of color, and this one has 6. And as you can see, it just gives you a little extra edge to the color palette. And the same thing on the back, you have your colors, you have the numbers that correspond with the colors, and then you have your tints and your shades, depending on if you add black or white to the color, and then you can come up with different color variations of the same color that you can again use to paint, even in photography, right? You can use the same kind of color palettes when designing your photography. And man, look how many cards are in here, right? So between the two boxes, I feel like there's a good 250, if I'm not mistaken, with number, maybe even more, because this is number 500. Oh my God, I didn't even know it was that many in here. But I use this to paint and color different characters, different designs, and again, it's unending, because there's so many of them. This is the instruction card, but there's so many of them that you can choose from, that I find it so fascinating that you could have endless amounts of, hold on. So you can see sometimes the color at the bottom, right? But in this particular case, the color is on the side of the card. Let's turn it, it's right up. The color's on the side of the card, right? So now you can see the difference between the designs. I think it's just kind of extra funky. This is a portrait photo. This is a landscape photo, so it kind of corresponds differently. but it's all good and used the same way. I want to see if I can do a comparison between the 5 and 6 color card. Hold on, let me grab one for you. So here we go with the difference between, oh, this is only 5, hold on. Where are you, 6? Because the 6 color cards are randomly placed. They're not all the same. Okay, here we go. So now you can see the difference. Ta-da! 6 colors, 5 colors. So it just adds a little extra pizzazz to what you're doing. So again, color cards color palettes and color swatches come in different variation. This is just a box of cards that anyone can get, but you can also buy books. You can go online. There's apps that help you create colors. I know Adobe and Microsoft has an app and website that you can go to, and they're free. You can really just go there and start with one color, and then they'll tell you like different colors that coincide and match up with that one particular color. So that way you don't really have to think, right? It takes the pressure away from deciding, oh, what color should I use? Because sometimes that can be really challenging and really hard to decide. On top of the fact that it looks cool. You have a cool box that I can put out in my house on display as well, and have a nice, easy, fun way of creating and choosing my own colors for whatever painting design that I have in mind. So I hope this was a cool little lesson. I encourage you guys also to pick up a book, go online, find your own color palettes, and experiment. Sometimes I like to challenge myself by randomly picking out a card from the box and doing a painting or drawings only with those colors, because that's the challenge that I give myself. So I challenge you guys also to try the same technique, find some color swatches online or at home or through the internet, and see what you can create using the colors that come up. And then also don't forget to comment or send me some photos of what you're doing so I can check it out and also give you some feedback. So until next time with Art with Mr. Malik, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.